In the WCPO9 I-Team's investigation of a Hamilton County Correctional Center, River City is a minimum security facility in Camp Washington, and that is where several inmates have escaped as of late, including one offender who was shot and killed in a police standoff. The I-Team's investigation has also exposed violent incidents inside River City and revealed staff concerns about the threat posed by alleged members of a prison gang. Tonight, Chief I-Team reporter Craig Cheatham examines the challenges the facility faced with one former inmate who was kicked out of their program twice.
This surveillance video shows Anthony Rowlett on May 11th, his last day at River City. According to an internal incident report, Rowlett argued with another inmate, then threatened to shoot employees when he saw them on the streets. Staff took him to the floor to get control of him, then took him to jail.
I know he had a lot of anger, a lot, and it would happen at the drop of a dime.
Jennifer Frank says she was Rowlett's on-again, off-again girlfriend since 2009.
With me, he has used knives to threaten to kill me a few times.
She wasn't surprised Rowlett was kicked out of River City twice in the last 3 years. An adult parole authority report noted that Rowlett had mood disorder and borderline personality disorder. Police and court records show Rowlett overdosed on drugs and committed crimes, including assaults that kept him in prison, jail, or community-based corrections and therapy programs for much of his adult life.
He wanted to try to get himself right.
Frank says Rowlett hoped River City would help him do that. But Frank says the facility's overall environment and well-documented struggles with security and understaffing in recent years made it harder for staff to help more challenging inmates like Rowlett complete the program.
He didn't get anything he needed off of River City.
On July 31st, 2019, 6 days after he entered River City the first time for court-ordered treatment, Frank says Rowlett wrote her this letter, telling her, quote, "I already want to beat someone up." He wrote, "I'm in a low-risk pod, so treatment is not as intense as I was hoping it would be. It's going to be mostly up to me to get it all together." River City records show a week later, Rowlett scratched another inmate with an ink pen and resisted staff trying to get him under control. That got him thrown out of the program and sent to jail. Judge Elizabeth Callan ordered him to complete a different treatment program or she would send him back to prison. After his release from jail, Rowlett faced new charges.
He appeared to be capable to be a productive citizen.
Reading Police Chief Brian Eden says his officers had many run-ins with Rowlett.
There's nothing you can do to help that person until they are ready to accept it or reach out for it.
In April 2021, Rowlett set a Reading house on fire. In October, he was charged with aggravated arson and arrested. After that arrest, Rowlett was brought here to the Hamilton County Justice Center, where Sheriff's Office records show he overdosed on drugs, was put on suicide watch, fought with corrections officers and other inmates, and was put in a restraint chair 5 times. On January 20th, he told a deputy that he couldn't have a cellmate due to his psychological state. In February 2022, Judge Megan Shanahan sentenced him to 5 years of community control and ordered him to complete River City's 180-day residential program. According to River City incident reports, within his first 5 weeks in the program, Rowlett argued with other inmates, was found under the influence, and had marijuana in his room. Then there was the final incident on May 11th. Rowlett argued with an inmate, threatened to shoot staff, and then got physical with them. River City discharged Rowlett from the program again and transferred him to jail again. Frank says Rowlett told her River City wasn't giving him the medicine that had been most effective at controlling his mood swings and anger.
If they know what they need and what they've been on and worked before, put them on what they know works for them.
River City's executive director Scott McVeigh says he's not allowed to discuss Rowlett's treatment or medicine he may have received while at the facility. In an email, McVeigh wrote, quote, "The challenges to River City for significantly medically challenged residents is multifold. We are not funded to a level to have sufficient resources to continuously send residents to outside specialists or hospitals. The cost of medication can often be significant, or the specific concern requires such treatment that they may not be able to complete the 6-month program." After being discharged from River City a second time, Rowlett was ordered to get more treatment. On May 31st, the Justice Center released him to a probation officer. 5 weeks later, the 39-year-old Rowlett was found dead, face down in a garden area at Roberts Academy on Cincinnati's west side.
We all knew something like this was going to happen because of his drug issue from the past.
The Hamilton County Coroner's Office is waiting for the results of a toxicology test to determine Rowlett's official cause of death.
It hurts every day.
It is tragic, but we all carry some responsibility for ourselves. And if all these times he's had contacts, he's had opportunity, but he's not alone. There's a lot of people like this.
1 month after Rowlett's death, the coroner's office says his body is still there. If next of kin doesn't pick up his remains, his body will receive an indigent burial at taxpayers' expense.
Hey, you. Give me a call back. I miss you. I love you.
Jennifer Frank saved Rowlett's last voicemail message to her. It was, she says, a reminder of who he could be when he was at his best.
When he was sober, he wasn't on drugs, he had a bubbly personality, very happy.
I hope you're having a good day. All right? I love you. Bye.
I never erased that. So I have something to hear his voice. And if the facilities don't change what's going on the inside, more incidents like Tony's will happen to other people.
River City's executive director, Scott McVeigh, declined to be interviewed. But at River City's board meeting in July, he said inmates with multi-medical issues generally have a 50-50 chance of completing the program successfully. He says River City has improved security and added staff, and that the facility will continue to make improvements. You can see more information and exclusive video of violent incidents inside the facility on WCPO.com. Tanya.